contact needs to be used as punctuation. This is punctuation. Everything is punctuation to make them understand a point. That's how your eye contact should be used. I'm not saying you have to lock eyes with every motherfucker you meet, but it needs to be used as punctuation. Same with men. Blah, 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 blah. Dude, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. When I look in his eyes, it's when I mean it. When you're saying it, you're not looking in his eyes, you don't mean it. Say I look in his eyes, I mean it. And if you guys have watched any of my other videos, you understand how important it is to never say something you don't mean. If you've not watched my video on tape speech, it's completely free. Tricks on depression. It's about 25 minutes long. Watch that one. I talk about how important it is to say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't tell somebody you're going to knock them out unless you're going to do it. Don't be one of those people who walk through the earth talking shit. I say, look, bro, you got to get out my face. I'm going to knock you the fuck out. If the first time I look in his eyes, I say I'm going to knock him out, he knows. It's the first time I've looked at him, he knows I'm going to mean it. That's how eye contact should be used. Power poses is a thing. I had a lot of people send me lots of emails about this course asking me questions. So I got asked about power poses. They say, like, if you sit there and you do the Superman pose, you start to get more, you naturally release more testosterone, you start to feel stronger. I believe that's true. I do think that works. That is definitely a thing. You know, that's certainly a thing. Do I walk through life with the Superman pose? No. Should you? No. The fuck. When you look in the mirror, you look in the mirror like, yeah, I'm the fucking man. Yeah, you need to do that, of course. But that's more here than a power pose. So I'm only answering this thing now because I know some motherfuckers are going to come back and go, what about my power pose? If you want to walk through life doing this and it makes you feel a little bit stronger, go for it. How about you just get strong as fuck anyway and you ain't going to worry about walking around looking like a fucking superhero, like a dork. So that's that shit. I've told you a lot about being domineering and conquering. However, a lot of you guys will know one of the 48 rules of power is never to outshine the master. So a lot of you may have a boss and you can't act that way because it's going to piss your boss off too much if you're too overpowering. I managed to be overpowering in my sales meetings because I was such a fucking fantastic salesman. The boss wouldn't say shit to me because I made him so much fucking money. But if you're middle of the road or something, you can't come across that way. You're going to annoy people too much if you haven't got the results to back it up. So one of the key things you can do if you want to make people like you, two things you want to make people like you. One's a body language trick, one's not a body language trick. One is, if you want to make people like you, ask them lots of questions. Because everyone loves to talk about themselves. If I'm meeting someone extremely important, which happens all the fucking time, from Trump Jr. to anyone else, and I think, okay, I need this person to like me. I don't sit there and try and impress them. I don't sit there and go, okay, Andrew Tate, son of a chess grandmaster, genius IQ, 4-time kickboxing world champion, I've got lots of girls, lots of pussy and money, and I got Lambo. They don't care. Nobody cares. I sit there and go, yeah, okay, it's really good to meet you. Yeah, I've always been interested in ask them things. Because if you ask people questions, then they have to answer them. And they have to answer them by talking about themselves. And everyone loves themselves. So if you sit there with someone and they only talk about themselves for an hour, they're going to love the conversation. Yeah, it was really good to talk to you because I got to brag for an hour. This is especially effective with women. Women love this shit. If you sit there and try and make a woman impress her, I'm this, I'm that, blah, blah, blah. Now, sit there and go, you're different than I expect. So what do? I'm a hairdresser. Hairdresser. Don't you get bored of like talking to people all the time? Well, no, actually, I don't mind because some of the people are really nice and some of the people are my best customers. Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Well, I don't even go to a hairdresser, as you can tell, because I'm already beautiful. So how long have you been a hairdresser for? Oh, I've been a hairdresser for this long. I went to college and da-da-da. Add in little bits of your own dialogue, but basically just ask them questions. I took one guy on pickup coaching. I don't normally do this, but I had one guy who paid me money to go out with him for a weekend and pick up girls. And he said to me, oh, I'm really nervous. I was like, bro, ask them questions. Say hello. Here's how you introduce yourself. Here's how you say hello. Ask them questions. And if you do that, you're 75% there. Because they're just going to talk about themselves. It doesn't matter what they reply. Who gives a fuck? You're a hairdresser. You're a nurse. You're a stripper. It's all the same shit. Who cares? Oh, really? That's interesting. Same answer to them all. Ask them. Let them talk shit about themselves. This is super effective to make people like you. Super effective. Because everyone loves to talk about themselves. So keep that in mind. And then the body language trick is to really look like you're listening. Most people don't look like they're listening. If I want someone to like me, I really look like I'm listening. So if I need a boss to like me or a girl to like me, I'll make sure it's clear I'm paying attention. So if you've ever been in like a group of people and there's one girl you want to fuck and everyone's kind of talking amongst themselves, da, 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 da. But when that girl's talking, people are half listening. But when that girl's talking, not nuance. Don't look like a fucking creep. But make it clear you're listening. If other people are all talking to you and she starts talking to you, go, okay, yeah. Look at her. I'm listening to you. Because then, oh, he thinks I'm important. He thinks what I say matters. And the boss is the same. He listens when I talk to him. He thinks I'm important. He thinks what I say matters. In a corporate situation, what I used to do, I used to do this all the time. Bosses love this shit. I used to walk around with a little notepad and pen. So if I got called into the boss's office, I'd go in there with a notepad and pen and sit there. And when they were talking to me, I'd just randomly write things down. And a few of them said, why you got that? She said, I don't want to miss any key points. And they sit there and go, this motherfucker takes everything. But they like that shit. Like, I'm talking, and he's writing it down to not miss my key points. Yeah, well, Mr. Andrew, you are the best salesman. You have sold 3 times more than everybody else. But I'm a greedy CEO cunt, so I want you to sell more. So I was just wondering if you could possibly do this, or if you try doing this, because you're my cash cow, and I want to milk you for all you're worth. Yeah, you're right. I did try that, actually. I did try that, but I'm gonna find the email. I'm going to send it to you. Okay, yeah? You sit there, and I'm listening to you, sir. What you have to say matters. I'm writing it down. They're going to fucking love you. They're going to love you. They're like, who the fuck is this guy? And then they call the fucking jackass salesman in. Hi, where's your sales? Yeah, I've tried. That's how you be liked. Make it clear you listen to people. Most of you don't make it clear you're listening to someone. Make it clear you are listening to them. The notepad and pen example is fantastic with a boss. They fucking love that shit. They're sitting there and go, this dude is fucking takes his shit seriously. Because a boss hires you to make them money. They're always going to pay you less than they make out of you. Otherwise, they wouldn't have a business. So if you're sitting there taking them seriously, you're taking their money seriously. Wouldn't you love it if you had someone who came into your house with a pen and paper and goes, how can I make you more money? Tell me what to do. You'd be like, I fucking like this guy. Who wouldn't? So you have to make it clear you're listening to people and ask lots of questions all the time. Especially, once again, with the boss, they love to ask questions. So even if I knew the correct answer, I'd ask them a question. So I'd say something like, I have my pen and my paper, I'm sitting there. I'm almost tempted to get a job again because it was so easy. You know, I never failed a job interview, ever. I'd go for jobs that required a degree, and I didn't even have a degree. I just walk in there. Go, so Mr. Tate, your degree? I haven't got a degree. Didn't need one. I didn't need one because I'm the best. I'm prepared to prove I'm the best. I'll work for a week for free, and I guarantee within 6 months I'm going to smash any sales target you set me. I don't have time to go to university and sit there for 4 years. I'm here to get paid. I'm here to get you rich. I'm here to make me rich. I'm the best there's ever been. And they said, I go, who the fuck is this dude? Well, he's going to work for free, so at least try him out. I never failed a job interview. Ever. Ever, ever. I got every fucking job. I'm tempted to go back because it was so fun. But I'd sit there with my pen and paper, and I'd ask him questions knowing the answers already. I'd be like, okay, sir, well, I've been trying 2 different types of proposal emails. One of them is getting about 20% more responses than the other, so it's the one I think is the best. But I want to send both to you, so if you have time, I know you're busy, if you could just read them and just confirm that's the process I should be going, that's the path I should be going down. That's the process of the emails I'm going to be sending. He'd be like, okay, yeah, send them across to me. As if he's going to say no, the other one, where it's not as effective. Of course he's going to choose the effective one. If he's a clever cat, which he probably is because he's a CEO, he's going to come back with the odd amendment to try and make it look like he knows something. So come back and go, yeah, that's really good. That's good, Andrew. Try and add this and this, and I think you'll be about there. And I'll pretend I didn't think of that. Good idea. I didn't think of that. I'm going to add it right away. We'll update you shortly. I'll pretend I didn't fucking know and pretend that it's important even though it doesn't matter. He'll think he tricked me. Andrew, he's a fucking smart fucker, but I'm still the smartest. I'm the boss. Bam! That's how they like you. Then when you walk in there and go, excuse me, sir, I've been working really, really hard for you, and I do my very, very best for this company, this corporation. I respect you absolutely, but I'm unfortunately in a situation where I need to get paid more money. So what's it going to be? That's what I used to do. I used to smash sales records, and then they were sitting there like, this Tate guy's going to make the company rich. I'd walk in there 3 months later and say, unfortunately, I'm in a situation where I need more money. Not, could you please consider, not no. Unfortunately, I'm in a situation where I need more money. And their answer would be, okay, well, we have a quarterly review coming up, and we need to make sure your sales stay on track. They try and delay it. I'd say, okay, I'll wait for the quarterly review, no problem. I'm very, very excited about smashing records. I'm no longer interested in sales targets. I'm interested in beating the company's sales records. I know they're already mine, but I'm going to beat them again. I'd say that. And the reason I'd say all that, knowing that the quarterly review is 2-3 weeks away, is because basically I've said, you better give me a pay rise in that review or I'm leaving. And the CEO was sitting there and go, fuck, this fucker, I can't let him go. He's the best we got. I have to put his money up. And when the quarterly review comes, say, oh yeah, hi sir, obviously I've been doing fantastic, da 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 da. Sometimes I had a couple of them try it. Unfortunately, we're not going to increase your pay at this time. I say, okay, no problem. I appreciate that. I just want to make it clear with you. I'm going to do my utmost. I'm going to continue doing my job effectively. I believe if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it properly. But I am in a position where I, unfortunately, do require more money. So I'm going to start looking for another term of employment. I'm going to leave then. Every time I got an email within 2 days, some fucking offer. Even if I didn't need the money, take the money. Who the fuck? Even if it's only a little bit of money, who cares? Take it. Thanks. It's a principle thing. You're going to fucking reward me, motherfucker. That's what I deserve. I got a company car that exact same way. I came and sat down and I said, excuse me, sir, unfortunately I'm in a position where I can no longer use my own personal vehicle. He said, well, we don't do company cars. I said, I understand that. And I know you're paying me 20 cents per mile, but the car I have is putting damage on the car. Also, my brother needs to use the car. I am a very good salesman. I intend to continue to sell effectively. I guarantee I will continue to break every single company record, but I can no longer do it in my vehicle. I need to be provided with a vehicle, or I can no longer work for this company. Boom! Give me a car. Most of you fuckers are afraid to say shit. Walk in there. Give me a car. What car? Literally, me and my brother were sitting in our apartment one day. He said, oh, I need the car tomorrow. I was like, I need it. I'll go to a meeting. And I thought, oh, fuck this. They can give me a fucking car. Next day, had a car. We don't do company cars. Yeah, you do renting a fucking car because your number one salesman makes you all your money fucking said so. I guarantee you do that, don't you? Went down to Hertz and picked me up a fucking nice car. Of course you did. BMW's 3 Series. Thanks. Let's spill coffee all over the fucking seats. Ain't mine. I don't give a fuck. So you gotta be. Mean your shit. But with CEOs, sometimes you have to pretend you're listening, but pretend you're listening to people. They like that shit. Get your little notepad. Get your shit together. This can also work with women. Sometimes when one of my girlfriends, I say one of, because all you real G's know how us real G's live. They're like, oh, I've really got a problem. I need your time. No. They're complaining to me. I say, look, listen, I'm busy right now. But I'm going to come around later and we're going to sort it out. If I say, okay, tell me what's the matter, and I have to listen, no, I'm going to come around later and sort it out. Turn up later. Okay, you have all my attention. What's the problem? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm going to do something about it. Yeah, but do what? Listen, I'm a fucking man. I know what to do. Just shh, go. And then you do nothing, and then they forget about it because they're women. No big deal. But just giving someone your undivided attention in a short burst can be extremely effective. Extremely effective. Leaning forward implies you're paying attention. Keep that in mind, as opposed to leaning back. We've already discussed this already. I've got a long list of questions from you motherfuckers. Leaning forward implies you're paying attention. Someone goes, how do I make it clear that I'm paying attention to them? We'll make it clear you're listening to them. We just discussed all this, but also lean forward. You can lean forward sometimes. Yes, tell me. It matters so much. I don't actually recommend this for women, but it is something you can do. Also, we're talking about women. There's a lot of body language with pictures of women that people talk about. Like, don't lean in towards the girl. We just talked about leaning in, because leaning in shows that you're listening, shows you're attentive. But if every single picture is of you leaning into your girlfriend, then it shows that basically she's in charge because you listened to her, as opposed to her leaning into you. So it is a sign of submission. For the same reason it's a sign of listening, it's a sign of submission. So keep that in mind. If you want a picture of you and your girl, you want to put it on Instagram, whatever. It needs to be a picture of you. I'm the man. I am the oak tree. She's hugging the oak tree. The oak tree doesn't bend over to the people who hugs it. I'm the fucking G. She enters your world. You don't enter hers. Most of you guys already know this stuff, so it's not that complicated. But yeah, it hasn't got to be conscious. The reason body language is so effective is because it's unconscious. That's why it's effective. That's why people read it, because it happens by accident. So you have to consciously alter yours, but when you're going through life, you can't be sitting there going, how do I do this, how do I do that? You've got to just start thinking about it and practice a little bit and it become natural with your hands, etc., etc. So body language for women is never appear submissive. Women don't want to fuck a man they don't respect. Women don't have to like you to fuck you. They have to respect you. Do you know how many times I've retweeted, check my Twitter, I've retweeted a girl saying, I can't stand this Tate Speech guy, but something about him, I have to follow him. Or on my YouTube video, I hate you, you're such a dickhead, I almost want to meet you. Or I retweeted a girl today, I almost want to slap, I kind of want to slap him, kind of want to fuck him. And that's because they don't like me, but they respect me. So like, this fucking asshole, yeah, I guess that's true. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. They respect me. Women don't gotta like you, they gotta respect you. So I fuck loads of girls who hate me. In fact, every day some girl's telling me she hates me. Every fucking day, I fucking hate you. Dick comes along and she's happy to take it. So you have to act in a way that's respected. And women don't respect men who are submissive to them. Women respect men who are in control. That's what happens. Women try to take control because it's natural for them to attempt it. And if you let them succeed, they'll just become worse and worse, down a spiral of just becoming a bigger and bigger dickhead because they're waiting for you to take control back. That's what happens. So it's the same with your body language. So if you're always leaning in and she's the boss, she's not going to be happy with those photos. She wants a photo where you look in control and basically uninterested in her. If you look at photos, I recommend go to @CobraTate. We'll put a few examples in this video, but go to @CobraTate and find pictures of me with girls. There's one of me with a cigar and a girl either side. Am I staring at the girls? Do I give a fuck they even exist? I'm having a cigar, bro. I'm busy. I'm smoking. These are just some hoes. What, natural? Because I don't care about the girls. So who's in control there? Me. By not showing them attention. The most important body language for a picture with a girl is basically to come across like, I don't give a fuck. Someone goes, you're about to take a picture with a girl. How do you come across as an alpha? You don't give a shit about the girl. Simple. You don't care about the girl. That's how you come across as an alpha. Take the picture like you take it. She wasn't even fucking there. Bang, smoking. Oh, there's a hoe there. There's a hoe there. Take life. Whatever. That's one. There's another one of me with sunglasses on with two blondes either side. And in this one, I'm smiling. Why am I smiling? I'm smiling because the one I'm looking at just agreed to get fucked with the other one. 2 seconds before that, I said, you're both staying with me tonight. She goes, oh, I don't know, I'm nervous. I say, look, we're going to go drinking. She goes, oh, maybe. And I smiled. I was like, all right, good, we're going to go out. I was smiling because she agreed. Like I said earlier, positive reinforcement. I'm miserable. You said what I wanted you to say. Now I'll smile. Well, I just smiled at her because I knew she was about to be licking the other one's pussy in about 4 hours' time. That's what that one was. But in general, I'm sitting there. If I wasn't looking at her and smiling and I was looking forward, I don't give a fuck. I'm a dude who doesn't care. Women are always attracted to assholes. People go, why do girls like assholes? They don't like assholes. They like men who display overtly masculine qualities. Men who don't succumb to their wishes. Men who don't bend to their will. Men who are in charge. Men who retain control. Men who can't be influenced or complained at or nagged at. And those kind of men are assholes. It's not about the fact that he's an asshole. It's about the fact that they can't control him. It's about the fact that they're trying to take a picture with him. He doesn't give a fuck if she's there or not. And those are overtly masculine, overtly attractive qualities to a woman. Even she doesn't understand why, but that's the reality of it. So if you're sitting there going, how do I take a picture with a girl? Take a picture with a girl like she doesn't exist. I'll put up another picture here of me and my girlfriend in Thailand. The last picture of me taken. There. You've just seen it. Do I look like I give a fuck that she's there? Now, I am looking at her. A lot of body language, red pill guys go, don't even look at the girl. Don't look at the girl. That's bad body language. Come on, you're a human. You look at things. It's normal. What the fuck am I going to do? I'll look away all the time like an idiot. But you can tell by my body language, I don't give a fuck. Her hand's on my knee. She's smiling. I'm not. You can tell by that body language who the fucking boss is. So a lot of the red pill stuff is super specific. Like I've told you guys when I'm teaching in the PhD course, there's no such thing as an exact formula. There's no such thing as an exact specific thing. It's understanding general rules, general themes, and implementing them. That's why everything I teach is quite generalized. I'm waiting for you guys to see it, ingest it, understand it, and implement it in your own unique style. Because then it comes across as authentic. If I say, do this with your hands exactly, do this, you're gonna look like little fucking robots. No, I'm telling you to be aware of certain things. Like chess, you know the rules, and you make your own moves based on the rules to win. You have to develop your own style. But in general, the key for women is to just make it clear you don't give a shit. Because women like that. And also, what's actually super beneficial is if you genuinely don't give a shit, then it's super easy. Why do you have to act like you don't give a shit if you actually don't give a shit? I actually don't care. I've been around so many chicks. That picture of me with a cigar and there's two girls hanging off me. When I was smoking a cigar, you can look carefully and you'll see my eyes. My eyes looking down. I'm looking at some guy, and the guy's face was literally like his world was blown. Because he saw me with two 10s. Not these other pickup artist versions of 10s. Actual 10s. Two smoking hot, big booty, big titty, hot ass, young, 20-year-old chicks. And he was there just like, who the fuck is this guy? Mr. Cigar just walked up and these chicks are hanging all over him. Is he a pimp? Is he famous? Who is he? He was just blown away. I didn't give a fuck. He gave a fuck. That's the difference. Don't give a shit. FDB. We talked about smiling a little bit. And when we talked about smiling, we said how it's a sign of submission. Also, you guys will know on Twitter, soy face. That's a sign of submission as well. If you're not comfortable within your own skin, you see a lot of people, they take pictures and they pull stupid faces. They'll go like, or when they're with someone, they'll be like, all that shit is submission. All that shit is evolutionary, primate, submissional. You're just broadcasting to